Most people balk by eating more. But for me, I prefer a smarter approach, a controlled, steady climb. Let me explain what this means. Next question comes from Melissa. She's out of Rock Hill, South Carolina. And she asked the Former Athlete Society this question. I'm reading it from my screen so I don't absolutely butcher it for Melissa. And she says, I'm training consistently, but my weight and muscle mass has plateaued. What would you adjust, coach, with your macros to break through without just dirty bulking? Great question. Now, this one's applicable for both male and female. I love this one because it's super tactical. It's the type of questions I wish actually more people would start asking before they start to just slam down $1,000 extra calorie a day protein shakes or mass building shakes, thinking that's the fix. So here's how I approach it. I keep my protein constant. Now, we've talked about this on past Former Athlete Society calls, somewhere in the vicinity of 0.8 to 1 gram per pound of body weight. That's the bare minimum of what I recommend, i.e., if you're a 175-pound male, and working your way up to 200 pounds, let's just say 175. Listen, I can't even knock that because I've been aggressively cutting, and I think I was 176 today. So my bare minimum is 176 grams of protein is what I would need, right? So you get the idea. That's your foundation. And once that's dialed in, the variable that I typically manipulate next is carbohydrates. But I do it strategically through a carb cycling model. And that means that on your training days, your carbohydrate intake is a little bit higher, and it's to fuel your training intensity. Now, and your recovery and your muscle glycogen replenishment. That's super important. Now, on non-training days, my carbs typically taper down. My fats come up a little bit to help slightly balance out my total calories for the day, stabilize my energy levels, and keep calories consistent and constant across my days. But here's the nuance. I don't typically make huge jumps. I titrate my carbohydrate up slowly, 30 to 40 grams per week on training days. And then I monitor the scale, my body weight scale, strength outputs, visual changes, things like that with progress pictures. That's roughly, when you do it that way, 120 to 160 calories increases. And it's a very manageable increase that your body can adapt to without storing unnecessary fat. You do that now over 8 to 12 weeks blocks, and that's where you can actually see some magic happen. You can see consistently muscle mass gain without feeling like you have like puffiness or sluggishness or bloatedness or things like that. The mistake I see over time, all the time, is people overcorrecting. They go from eating 2,000 to 2,800 calories overnight. And the body doesn't like that. And that's an extra 800 calories. Are you kidding me? It's like trying to jump 3 rungs on a ladder at once. You're going to miss your footing at some point. So, to you, Melissa, keep your protein consistent. Start slowly increasing your carbohydrate intake on your training days. And make sure your training volume and intensity justifies the added calories that you're adding. You can't just out-eat lazy workouts. Not suggesting that you do that, but you need to make sure that your workouts are on point. And if you really want to refine this, then track your morning body weight. Use the mirror as a gauge. Use progress pictures. Pay attention to your pumps in your training environment. That's super important.